Sitting here with Akani Phuzi, who fights on June 19, date coming up really soon, but you're still kind of in the beginning of your training camp. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right there, Hayden. I'm feeling great. Actually, not really in the beginning of the camp. I've been training. Yeah, I've been training for some time now.
You've been motivated because obviously you've come back from your first professional career loss.
Yeah, I am. Not demotivated. I'm motivated, actually. I'm motivated. Yeah, motivated that I've learned a lot in that fight. So we actually getting ready to use everything that we've learned. So I'm motivated. Yeah.
We've seen some guys, obviously fighting guys and taking a loss, usually taking a few other fights and then coming back to revenge their loss. What was the thought process and kind of rematching straight away?
I mean, we did actually want to take maybe another fight or so, but then there's no one there to fight. There's no one, especially locally. There's like no one to fight. Don't want to fight Congolese anymore. So my coach just went like, do you mind taking a straight away rematch? I was like, no, not anymore. I want that. We can get it. So we begged for it. We got it. So it's time.
Were you surprised that Johnny Muller was accepting to take the rematch straight away?
Not really, because this goes both ways for us. I think for him as well, doesn't really have anyone to fight unless he was offered a fight internationally. But then with COVID and all that, I really doubt. So taking a fight locally for him, I think was the best thing to do.
So what do you take out of the first fight? Because obviously it went to points, it went to decision for him. You had started off, not so well. How do you feel it'll be different this time?
A lot of things will be different this time. I don't know how to put it because I don't want to end up putting my game plan here.
Right.
But a lot of things will be different.
Well, what did you think of your performance in the first fight? Like, how did you assess it when you watched it back?
I didn't actually do anything. But then I think most of the things that most people didn't really see is him landing more punches. I think he won against me because he dropped me the first round, and then I was a bit shook, like, oh, okay, so I can fall. But then I tried coming back a little bit. He just broke my spirit in his own experienced way. But then he didn't really actually land punch. I didn't take punishment when I watched that fight. He didn't land a lot of punches, like especially to the head. My defense was actually better, just the work rate. I was defending, but I was not working. That's the problem that I had. I think I was not throwing enough punches. Like around, I was throwing like 10 punches, like a jab. Each and every jab that I threw, it will actually catch him, but I'll throw a jab and catch him with a jab and then just go back to defense. I think that was because of the knockdown, I think, yeah.
When you were going into that fight, what were your confidence levels like going up against a seasoned companion like Johnny Muller?
They were 100% confident, and now they're like 150%.
Okay, so this time around, you reckon that you'll win?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And I still have that goal. I still want to stop him. It's still my goal. I want to stop him.
And how do you go about that? Because Johnny hasn't been stopped many times. He's a really tough guy. I mean, you've been in the ring with him, you'll know. How do you go about doing that?
As I said, we don't want to put our game plan here, but then, we've come up with some few stuff to do it. He's never been stopped. He's tough. I caught him with a few hard shots there, just sniffed and continue coming. He's tough, we know that. But then, this is boxing. So, my goal, as I said, I want to stop him. I've changed a lot of things in my training as well, so I want to push for it.
From what we've seen, it's usually southpaw guys, Alexander Usyk, Kevin Durina, who have been in there that have managed to stop Johnny Muller. From an orthodox point of view, do you think it'll be easy?
Not really, but then it's not going to be easy, but then, we'll work it out.
If Johnny Muller's sitting at home, how do you think he takes you in the second fight? Thinking about the fight again, since he went about the business in the first fight, how do you think he sees you in the second fight?
Johnny Muller is a boxer. He's an experienced boxer, and I'm quite sure he knows that this time around I'll be more hungrier, so he's probably preparing and he's training very hard in order to keep the title. He knows that I'll be more hungry and I'm going to push for it. So I think he's getting ready. I think he's preparing like any other fight.
And what's to go past this point? So obviously Johnny Muller's the step to the next level. That's how I remember saying that he was going to be like an obstacle, a step, and you said he's going to be like a difficult step. I remember you saying that in the first interview we did. Is that still the case now? Do you see him as a difficult obstacle?
Well, yeah, since we lost our first fight with him, he is still an obstacle, a difficult one, but then nothing is impossible. We will work it out. We will work it out, and then we're in it for a win.
And how's the training been going? I mean, you said you've been training for a while. Has it been good training for you?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's been alright. The changes and everything. The fitness is there. I won't lie. The fitness is there. I don't get tired or anything, but then just a few stuff that we need to fix. And I've been sparring. I've been sparring with Chris Thompson and some other few guys. So it's proper. It's actually proper.
What's the thought process in bringing southpaw sparring into like an orthodox fight?
It's not really about the stance or anything. It's about pushing. Chris is fit. He's fit. We went like 12 rounds proper. He's fit. He pushes. So as long as I'm throwing punches, they are moving. I still try and stick into my game plan, even though I'm sparring a southpaw guy. It just changes there and there, but then not a lot of things because it is sparring. It's not a fight, so we don't really mind about it.
And what did you think about fighting in front of a crowd? No, I mean, last time out you were fighting in front of maybe a couple of people on the outside, but not a crowd. I mean, how did that feel?
Yes, there's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Being a first bout, fighting with no crowd, it's actually a huge difference. Yeah, I felt it. I felt like, okay, there's no one cheering Akani, there's no one saying prime or anything. It's just a bunch of judges and guys and some oaks there to watch. It was a huge difference.
Did it feel like a really stressful sparring session maybe? More than that.
Yeah, way more than that, especially after the knockdown. But then that actually taught me something about myself, which is a good thing actually.
So that's sort of the basis of a great fighter, because I mean, at some point everyone gets knocked down. It's just how do you react to the knockdown? How do you come back from it? I don't think there's anyone that hasn't. Even Floyd touched the canvas against Zab Judah. We can debate that all day. Everyone learns. From yourself, what did you learn about yourself?
I learned that I can fall and stand up and continue without taking punishment, especially having a better defense. But then I think I also learned that falling happens in boxing. So if I fall, I just have to get up and stick to the game plan, and instead of going into my defense mode, then just defense a little bit. So I just need to work on it, I think. I think I've learned a lot just from one knockdown.
And from obviously following your career, you've been a pure boxer. You box really well. You're in, you're out. You score punches effectively. Sometimes you knock guys out clean. What is it now in this fight? I mean, what is the mentality of this fight when you approach Johnny Muller? Is it to box purely? Is it to get more power? What did you add to your game?
Everything. I won't say we were going to try and punish him, but then we're going to box him, fight him. We're going to do everything that we can to win. Everything that we can to win.
And I remember there was your coach was saying, I think it'll be on hold now with the 18 months before you fight someone like a Kevin Durina. That was sort of the aim, but it's on hold for now because this result has to come through for you. Are you still confident that after this fight, maybe 18 months, you'd like to get in the ring with someone like Kevin?
It's not on hold. It's not on hold, Mr. Tawil. It's not on hold. It's just that we had a trip on our way to our goal, where we had a trip, which happens everywhere. Just have to stand up, dust ourselves, and continue moving. So it depends on the performance after the 19th of June. If we perform very well, we're still going to stick to that goal. We're still going to fight someone who's on Kevin's level or all that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you're still confident in yourself despite the results. But, I mean, is there any part of you that questions now? Like, do you have any questions about yourself straight after the fight, or are you literally still focused?
No, not at all. I thought maybe because of the knockdown, I'm going to be a little bit gun-shy, inspiring and all that. It doesn't happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen. It was just one of those things, one of those days, it was just not our day. So I took it like that, and then there's no excuse. We lost to a good guy. All we need to do is go back and fight.
Yeah, obviously I've followed your fight since fight one, had the rare opportunity since to do that, and watching you through the years and developing. And I've seen development in your game in terms of like just pure boxing ability. So, when obviously you lost, it was a hard knock on maybe not just you but the fans as well. Did you receive that? Did you feel that as well?
You mean
So, like your supporters and stuff, were they disappointed?
No. Actually, well, I was quite surprised as well that no one is really disappointed, or maybe they were. They just didn't want to tell me. But then, not really. People just accepted. I mean, I had how many fights? 11 fights. Do you know had how many? 30 something fights. It happens. It's been boxing for some time, and then getting in the ring was actually 60-40. We were like, I think everyone was like 60-40. I'm gonna win and all that. Because I'm gonna box him. So just from that round one, it went to like from 60 to 30, 70, and then it happened. Yeah.
So is Prime back? Are you back?
Prime is here. It's never went anywhere. Prime never went anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akani, give us a prediction for the fight.
As I said, it's a win for us. Our goal is to stop him, but if we can't, I mean, anything that happens, happens. But as long as we want, we win the fight. That's what we want. We want to win the fight, and our goal is to win. Our equipment that we've been doing in the gym and everything is to win. That's why I said I'm going to do everything in my power to win. It's either I box him, fight him, or whatever's gonna bring, adjust to it.
Do you have a message for Johnny before you step in the ring?
Johnny, I'm coming for you, Johnny. Yeah.
And lastly, do you have a thank you shout out for anybody?
Yeah. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. I'd like to thank Restonic for sponsoring. They've been behind me for some time. Metram Project and Management, Infeld, they've been sponsoring me for some time. I have Charing Cross Promotions, Mr. Tawil here. I'd love to thank my coaches for being there since day one, and my friends, and all my fans, and myself.
And yourself.
And Mr. Spider, the GPO, for all the motivation.